Go live, go live. Scheduled for 11:50. It's 2:10. I'm sorry. Yo, this dude just logged in. That's cool. You can have it. I've been standing here for like 3 hours. Open world. I'll take it. Let me get some prayer potion and some combat potion. All right.
Let's get to Tyreek Hill's body camera footage. Tyreek Hill is a controversial figure for many reasons. He himself has, I would say, been in the crosshairs of legal scrutiny, the criminal justice system, and has been able to get away with it. But in this circumstance, regardless of his background, he is still a victim to police brutality. On the one hand, he himself has, done a bunch of but that doesn't really matter in this circumstance. The cops have once again managed to make Tyreek Hill.
Oh wait, sorry. Let me adjust my volume real quick. Oh wait, sorry. Let me
criminal justice system and has been able to get away with Tyreek Hill.
Let me adjust my volume real quick. Oh, okay, actually, that does seem pretty good. I think it's called, what is it? A compressor? Was that it? Maybe. Okay. Hello. Hello. Sorry, I just had to make sure. Okay. Hello. Hello. Sorry, I just had to
Hill,
make
a
sure.
sympathetic figure, of course. Tyreek Hill is the
Hello,
is he a running
hello.
back or wide receiver for the Dolphins? He's very fast, or he's a wide receiver. Okay, my bad. He's not a running back. He's a wide receiver for the Dolphins. You might, he's very fast, or super familiar with him. You might remember
Okay, talking. Make sure voice levels are good.
He challenged him.
And
he actually
make sure voice levels are good.
He challenged him.
And
he actually.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Sorry about that, everybody.
Cowardly way did not take up that challenge. Okay, he played running back in college though, but he's a wide receiver. He just got a massive contract. Anyway, he is on his way to the Dolphins game in his McLaren. Now, if you know anything about Florida, what he did to get pulled over, which was officially going, I believe, 20 miles over the legal speed limit. I don't know the exact details, but he was going faster than expected. But if you know anything about Miami-Dade or Florida driving, going 10 to 20 miles over the legal speed limit is completely meaningless. I'm sorry. I used to drive in Miami. I lived in Miami. You're out of your dang mind if you think that like people aren't doing that willy-nilly, okay? They probably wanted to stop him because they were like, sir, you're not drunk. It seems like you're not drunk while you're driving. We have to arrest you. That's illegal in Florida. Florida drivers are the absolute worst motherfuckers on the planet, okay? The absolute worst drivers, bar none. Yeah. The police estimation was that he was going 60 miles an hour. Okay. So I don't know where the people are coming from. Here's the traffic citation. This is from Tom Pelissero from the NFL Network. Careless driving citation for Tyreek Hill. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because I need you to understand something. Like what you're about to watch is just, seatbelt violation by driver. They tried to throw the kitchen sink at him, it seems. Careless driving via the Miami-Dade Police Department. Here are the citations received by Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill, whom police estimated was traveling at 60 miles an hour. But here, this is the available video from the body camera footage where you can't really tell how fast he's going, I guess. But
well, it also kind of looks like they're near like maybe the stadium or something, because there's a bridge thing above this so people can walk like maybe to the stadium. I don't really know. I'm not 100% actually.
But this is when they first clock him and want to pull him
And look at how like slow these people are going.
over.
And then look at him flying by. I mean, he's not going that fast, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
Okay, so that's did you see that? Here. That's
Oh, he's not going that fast. I mean,
his car. Okay? Right outside the stadium. Okay, definitely going like faster than the other cars for sure, but not like significantly faster. Okay, the reason why I spent so much goddamn time, on this is because I need you to watch how the cops react to this egregious crime.
why was that so loud? Sorry.
Have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why you have it up?
Dang, there's 3 of them, 4 of them.
Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass.
I don't think you... Can you do that? I don't think you can do that. Right? Because all he was doing was speeding.
Get out of the car.
I don't know.
Get out of the
I would
car.
assume you couldn't do that, though.
Get out of the
Like, you can talk to my lawyer?
Listen, you can't, the most egregious crime, okay? The most egregious crime here is not even the fact that he's doing a DWB, driving while black, okay? He's doing a DWB, driving while black, and not abiding by the authority and sucking the of every cop in the immediate vicinity, okay? You can't do that. That is a severe escalation, okay? That right there, it's over. It's done. It is incredible, dude. It is incredible that he hurt the feelings of cops by rolling the window back up. It's not like he is, refusing to comply. He is complying. He gave his license and then rolled the window back up.
car right now.
That's what? He gave him the license and then rolled the window up? Why is that a problem? That's crazy.
We're not playing this game.
This guy literally goes, if you don't
Is this dude about to open his door?
roll your window down right now, I'm going to. Yeah, they have his ID. They know who he is. They know there is a football game that he's trying to get to. They know who he is. They know what's going on here. They're not like, they're not like, oh, this is a random dude. Okay.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Oh, heck no. Why? That's weird.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Whoa. Whoa, bro. Oh my gosh. Why did it need to escalate there?
He says he's getting out.
What you understand? Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin. When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand? I'm getting out. You understand? Not what you want, but what we.
I don't think that's how it works.
He's talking to his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, his agent.
You're a little confused. I'm getting out, bro. Too late. Too late. All right, bro. Take me
Too late.
Jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. We are. We will. Good, bro. It is good. Hey, Drew. Hey. Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying, bro. Y'all. Don't move. Good. Bro, you beating on my window like you.
I feel like this is a really good example of like how cops are not trained to handle situations when they get angry.
I'd love to see his tats, by the way. I wonder why. You rarely ever see a cop wearing sleeves like that. Rarely ever see a cop wearing sleeves like that. Maybe because he's on a motorcycle, or maybe because he's real tatted up. I wonder what kind of tattoos he's got. Love to see that. Roid raging ass cops, dude. God damn. God damn. The real gang, dude. This is actual gang, okay?
Just set him up. Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for?
You know his ass got a bunch of Hindu symbols. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro, dude beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee.
Whoa. This is it keeps escalating so much. Why? Whoa.
I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery in your ears when we go there. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Hey.
That dude's so mad. Why is he so mad?
Don't do, bro. Back up. Hey, call Drew.
Uh-oh. You got other scary big black guys showing up. His teammates are there too. So his teammates stop because they're also on the way to the game. And they walk up there and they're like, what the are you guys doing?
Call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew, bro. Call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey.
Other football players are Jonnu Smith and Calais Campbell, who also later got detained by the police. Nice.
What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man. They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen,
man.
big man, don't park there, man. Just get in
Hey,
the
yo,
car.
hey, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side, on the side of the,
Hey, get in the car.
Yeah, chill me,
You're
Amo.
parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car. You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey,
I'm
you're
not
in the car.
Who's the driver? This is my. All right,
Okay.
all right, I'll take that. You gotta move right now. Let me have your license.
One of his teammates is Calais Campbell, who's like a 15-year player and has won community awards and is a great guy.
I'm coming. Let me have your license. Let me have your license. I'm leaving. I'm not playing. Let me have your license. Yo, what's your license right now?
He's like, yep, you're getting arrested too, baby. Guess what, dude? You're also black and also hurting my feelings. And that is the biggest crime of all. Okay? You cannot be
You are also hurting my feelings.
a black person in the vicinity of a cop and demanding justice or answers, because that hurts the cop's feelings. Okay? They do this to white people too, of course. Make no mistake. They do this to everybody. These cops are some of the most entitled man-children on the planet. Okay? Society, much like Israel, okay, has kept telling them over and over again, no, it's okay to be this way. You can be this way all day, every day, baby. If anybody dares piss you off, beat the shit out of them, okay? There's no rules. There's no accountability. F it. You can power trip. It's a part of your job. It's a part of the best part of your job, actually. You know, we've taught them all the wrong lessons. Why else would they behave any differently? Judging many on one wrong situation? Yeah, dude. Being a police is not like a racial thing. You understand that, right? It's a job. And if your job across the board gives you this level of power over people, if your job is to be able to deny people their freedoms, for example, it's in your job description. And also in every interaction that you're having with people, you have to enforce your authority. Okay. One wrong situation is also delusional, by the way. Do you know how many instances like this happen on a daily goddamn basis? The only reason why you heard about this, the only reason why you're seeing it is because they're doing it to a very famous person. That's crazy that this motherfucker the audacity to be like, one wrong situation and you're judging everybody. No, dude, I'm judging the job description, okay? Like across the board, the way policing works is inherently okay? I'm not saying that there's no necessity for like some mechanism of law enforcement, okay? In theory, I understand it. Obviously, I recognize it. In order to keep society functioning normally, you need like the presence of law and order, okay? And enforcers of law and order. The issue here, especially in the United States of America, however, is that it is completely like we've given them maximum power, no restrictions, no regulation, no accountability. It is literally not like it is illegal to have a mechanism of enforcement. So of course they get this way.
Your license right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
Donald Trump wants to give 100% immunity to cops, by the way. Dog, what more immunity can they have? They already have maximum immunity. Like, I don't even know. I genuinely don't even know how much more immunity you can give them. I don't know. I got extremely normie friends in fantasy football leagues who were talking about this. One of my homies said that's crazy. It happened to him. Players shouldn't be treated like that, which is awesome because obviously this shouldn't happen to anyone. But people seeing it happen to rich, famous, and really good players opening up this convo, yeah. This is the type of shit that gets normies pissed off, okay? Because they're their fantasy league. Like, all of a sudden, this is personal for them. You know what I mean? They've seen Tyreek Hill run really fast, and to them, they're like, what the fuck are you doing? It's something that we know already. It's something
What are you doing? That dude can run fast. All right.
that we know in this
No, it's funny how he explained it, though.
community, at least, very well. This is something we've talked about quite a bit. Police brutality is the norm in this country. Police have no accountability whatsoever. Police also legally don't even have to save people, by the way. Like, the Supreme Court has ruled that they don't even have to legally put their bodies on the line to save a human being, okay? Even the job description is false. America, on the other hand, though, is like above and beyond with this insanity. Like, it's so much worse than every other country. That's why, like, European chatters will sometimes be like, what? Like, your cops are insane, okay? It's true. Police in other countries are too, but god damn, we are a different breed out here, okay? And the reason why I say this is because of the way that this job is structured, okay? Like, the way that this job is structured means that you need to be an enforcer of the rules, okay? You need to always have, like, a level of authority in every sort of circumstance. And if you don't train people on de-escalation, then of course, and you only train them on escalation, and then you also don't turn around and enforce any sort of, like, regulation or accountability, then yeah, of course they're going to behave like this on a regular basis. A guy that does this willy-nilly in the middle of the Dolphins, like, opening game to their star wide receiver that just got like $140 million contract is doing it to everybody, okay? You're out of your mind if you think this is a one-off. No, they knew he was a player, chat. They knew. He did. Someone literally in the process says, oh, that's Tyreek Hill. The other guy has his ID. Remember, this body camera footage starts off with this cop with the window down. He gives his ID to the cop, and then he rolls the window back up. And then they get mad. They get big mad when he rolls his window up. Oh, God forbid you roll your window up. You can't do that. There was no reason for this level of escalation at any point.
Your license? Hey, you're not gonna give me your license? I'm leaving. Let me have your license. Your license right now. Sir, hey, your license right now. I'm leaving. Or I'm gonna lock you up. Your license right now. He just told me to your license right now. You're dealing with me now. Sir. Your license right now.
Entitled little Nazis, dude. Straight up. Straight up. Entitled little Nazis. I'm gonna lock you up. You don't have that power. What do you mean you're gonna lock him up? Except he does. Pissing me off is an offense that where I can literally take your life away. I can take your life away. I can take your freedoms away. Think about how easily he wields this power. This is a person who has no consequences for this kind of action. Okay? He knows that there's no consequences for this kind of action. This is a unimaginable level of authority and level of power that we have given these people, and they're wielding it with like this sense of entitlement where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you in jail if you piss me off. That's crazy. These dumb don't even have an inkling for self-preservation too, because they're doing this on the day where these guys are supposed to be playing football. These are public figures, beloved public figures that you're doing this to. How does it get to this? It only gets to this when they're like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I'll arrest you if you talk out of turn. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Anyway, then Tyreek did this after scoring a touchdown, by the way, which was pretty funny. Yeah, he ended up obviously playing in the game, played well as far as I understand, and even did this touchdown celebration, which I think he'll get punished for probably by the NFL. Like they'll hit him with a fine for this, I suspect. And because it's Tyreek Hill, the police department obviously had to release a statement because remember, this is not just any random black man, okay? If it was any random black man, nobody would give a Let's be real. Statement from the Dolphins. We're saddened by the overly aggressive and violent conduct directed towards Tyreek Hill, Calais Campbell, and Jonnu Smith by police officers before yesterday's game. It is both maddening and heartbreaking to watch the very people we trust to protect our community use such unnecessary force and hostility towards these players. Yet it is also a reminder that not every situation like this ends in peace, as we are grateful this one did. What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill is a question that will carry with resounding impact. We are proud to have a strong and positive relationship with the Miami-Dade Police Department and other law enforcement agencies who recognize the vast majority of officers do serve the community with the utmost character and desire to protect all citizens. However, as is on full display in the videos released tonight, there are some officers who mistake their responsibility and commitment to serve a misguided power. Yeah, dude, it's a couple bad apples that are just
Watching Hassan brain rot. I mean, if you call brain rot learning, I guess, yeah, sure.
like that, and not the entire structure, especially when there's no mechanism of enforcement, no regulatory bodies that are even remotely interested in like stopping this kind of behavior. Meanwhile, this is what the Dolphins said. Oh, this is the attorney for Tyreek Hill. This is his statement that he released. Mr. Hill's legal team is exploring all remedies that may be available to Mr. Hill, which, by the way, he has a ton. He could launch a civil suit against the Miami-Dade Police Department and sue them for hundreds of millions of dollars, because as it stands, when you arrest someone who is a famous football player who is worth hundreds of millions of dollars to a sports franchise that is worth billions of dollars, you are literally, you're f***ing up the bag. You're f***ing up revenue potentially because you're violently arresting a insured player. You could have genuinely physically harmed him. You did physically harm him. You can't just get away with assaulting people. And this time, you f***ed up. The funny thing is, of course, this happens all the time in significantly more egregious circumstances. And of course, taxpayers foot the bill, for the record, just so you know. You and I are paying for it. A decent chunk of that revenue, our taxable revenue, is going directly back to the police department so they can pay off these goddamn fines whenever they get sued. For the record, like, Tyreek Hill, not a good dude, okay? The other dude, Calais Campbell, from what I understand, is a very good dude. Having said that, in this situation, the cops are so overboard and so obviously the bad guy that it doesn't matter what Tyreek Hill has done in the past, okay? You can analyze that situation in terms of police brutality and not have to, like, pull the rap sheet and background of a black man, because those guys are not doing that because they're like, oh yeah, you beat your wife and broke your child's arm and that's why we're doing this to you. They're not doing that. So his background is completely irrelevant in the subject matter. I mean, I obviously will bring that up later, but you know, in analyzing the situation, on you know, adequate terms, it's irrelevant. Here's what the South Florida Police Benevolent Association said. Before the Dolphins game yesterday, an incident occurred where Tyreek Hill was placed in handcuffs before being released. First, to be clear, at no time was he ever under arrest. He was briefly detained for officer safety after driving in a manner in which he was putting himself and others at great risk of danger. Upon being stopped, Mr. Hill was not immediately cooperative with the officers on scene who, pursuant to policy and for their immediate safety, placed Mr. Hill in handcuffs. Thank God for body cameras, dude. Because, like, listen, I'm so goddamn old at this point. I'm 33. You know, I remember a time when wasn't readily available. I remember a time when under the Barack Obama administration, Jim Comey, okay, was the FBI director who literally said police body camera footages, police being required to have body cams is actually going to increase police brutality. It's going to be bad. It's actually going to be the reason for more police brutality to occur without any sort of real justification for it at all. So I remember a time when wasn't readily available, that you couldn't send a Freedom of Information Act request to actually get this body camera footage with ease. Once the situation was sorted out in the few minutes, Mr. Hill was issued 2 traffic citations and were free to leave. They placed Mr. Hill in handcuffs. Mr. Hill, still uncooperative, refused to sit on the ground and therefore was redirected to the ground. We saw the video, okay? We saw the video. He was redirected to the ground. You choked him from the back, dog. Get out of here. Oh my Lord. And they do this all the time, okay? They do this all the goddamn time, for the record. And also, because of the additional amount of scrutiny, there's so much of a beautiful through line here with like Israel behavior. Ironic because, like, you know, the IDF does train American law enforcement. So maybe that's why they're so goddamn entitled and behave in the exact same goddamn ways, for the record. Just something to consider here, like the level of entitlement and just like the immediate lies that the police institutions and like they're protecting their institutions that protect police in instances where they're like behaving in this like irrational, violent manner, and the methods are identical to the IDF, and identical to Israel in general. Oh, we didn't do anything. They deserved it. The Miami-Dade police officer who was placed on administrative duty after Tyreek Hill incident is Danny Torres. Torres is also on the board of directors of the South Florida Police Benevolent Association. I've learned he's been with the Miami-Dade Police Department for 27 years.
I try to watch every video.
Holy f. If you look at his background, bro, oh my God. If he's that high up, you know his ass has killed a couple people at least. For the record, this has nothing to do with him being Cuban. Please, guys, your race, your racial or your ethnic background is completely irrelevant in this conversation. It is, because black cops do this.
Oh, you just reminded me. How long ago did I finish this task? Wow. I finished that task a long time ago. Okay, time to go get another one. No, I have a combat potion. I just used the not so good ones with abyssal demons. Yeah, this video is about to be over. There's like 3 more minutes, and then we're going to watch Penguin. We're gonna watch Asmongold. Oh yeah, because there's a bunch of cool stuff. They went to the history museum. The OTK people had a murder mystery thing. That's gonna be cool. Yeah, this only has like 3 more minutes.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? It is about being a cop, okay? That is the higher priority here, because it is a part of the job, a part of the culture, a part of the training. You see this part of the body camera footage?
Yes, we got vampires. Yo. AFK.
I'm just being a black man, that's it. I'm just being black in America, bro. That's all it is.
We're dark too, brother. We're people of color too. Don't play like that.
I'm just being a black man in America, bro, in a nice car. That's it.
We're dark too, brother. We're people of color too.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, immediately. Wasn't he like going 60 over the speed limit in a nice car? Who cares what color you are? That's going to get you pulled over. No, he wasn't going 60 over the speed limit. He was going 60, not over the speed limit. Immediately, dude, the bootlicking mentality from cop lovers, undefeated, okay? Immediately, they're like, oh, well, well, let's just lie. Let's just sit here and lie to try and justify why this is a permissible act by the police. Every single time, dude. Oh, cops must be doing the right thing. He should have just followed the orders. Matt Walsh again with the most deranged take. As we see yet again with the Tyreek Hill situation, the left's position is that a black man should be able to say and do literally anything he wants when confronted by police, and he can never be held responsible for what actually happens as a result of his own belligerence. The bootlegging is so bad, they're even telling cops they're wrong. As a retired chief, I will say that one officer escalated that pretty unnecessarily. I can absolutely see why he's on administrative leave. That's not how you handle that situation. He should have attempted to de-escalate by explaining why he needed him out of the car. Sorry, I disagree completely. There's no reason to tell anyone why. Give an order and it should be obeyed. This is part of what is wrong in America today. Everyone thinks they can just do what they want. It isn't the case and shouldn't be. Again, I'm a 20-year officer that just retired as a chief. I did not have one single personnel complaint on my file and not one excessive use of force complaint. I have plenty of experience with compliant and non-compliant individuals throughout my career. I don't really care. He was never going to comply. He was a dick from the first interaction. He had multiple units behind him telling me he didn't pull over.
Wait, is this guy actually arguing on Twitter? That's crazy.
Over right away. Did he have to be put to the ground? No, but Fafo, around and find out. Kids, turn off the car, roll down your window, keep your hands on the wheel, obey the officer's commands. If you don't, they will assume you're about to attack them. It's not that hard. 54,000 likes. This is a psyop to divide us racially in an election year because Kamala is polling poorly with black men, 100% manufactured. I like Tyreek Hill as an athlete, but if he didn't speed and he didn't roll up his window, this isn't a story. Is there ever an instance where cops are in the wrong? Can they just do whatever they want? I mean, the answer is yes, by the way. This is a rhetorical question. In the eyes of the mother Republicans, cops can never...
You watch Asmon, but not Hassan? Or you like Asmin but not Hassan? I never see that. I like everyone. I say that. I like everyone that I watch, but that sounds stupid. Of course I like everyone that I watch. But yeah, I watch all Asmongold's videos as well. Wait, I spelled that so wrong. It's horrible. Please just, there we go. I didn't mean to exit out of the video. Hold on. It was that one.
Fucking superhuman. I feel like I could
do wrong. Like they could just kill and get away with it, and they will absolutely justify whatever kind of violent and completely irrational behavior the police are engaging in, even if it's done to a figurehead that is even if it's done to a public figure. Okay? Public figure that they might even like, especially if they're black. There's just nothing they can do that will meet that metric of like, maybe this is a bridge too far.
Linkin Park is back and they've got a new singer. And there is a lot of drama going on, and there's a lot of weirdness to talk about. I feel like all of you have heard of Linkin Park before. They're probably one of the most well-known bands of the modern age.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite parks. I used to go there a lot.
And even just hearing the name Linkin Park is like time travel for my brain. It just transports me, like astral projects me back to like 2002. I've said this before, Hybrid Theory is my favorite album ever, and I think it always will be. It was the soundtrack to my formative years. The boner jams on here I don't think will ever be beaten. And I feel the same way about Meteora. I think both of those albums are masterpieces. But when Hybrid Theory comes on, it's like Popeye getting his spinach. I'll hear that, and I'll just go fucking superhuman. I'll feel like I can run through 5 brick walls. Point is, I feel strongly about this band, and when Chester Bennington tragically passed away, it was really rough, and it still is. It's extremely sad. He is a one-of-a-kind talent that will never be seen again. However, Linkin Park the band is back, and they have a new singer, and last week they performed a concert with her. Her name is Emily Armstrong. So they did a performance with Emily, they released a single with Emily, and Linkin Park is putting out an album with her as well. And there's more feelings and emotions here than in Inside Out 2. There has been a lot of discussion around it, and since the performance, a lot of information has come out that has changed the conversation from Linkin Park and even the new song they put out, and put it entirely on Emily Armstrong. Because she's got a lot of weird stuff that's gone on, to put it lightly. So she's apparently a Scientologist and was actually at like a preliminary hearing for Danny Masterson as like a show of support for him. If you don't remember who that evil piece of shit is, let me jog your memory. Danny Masterson is the actor from That 70's Show who is a rapist in real life. He is a convicted rapist. And if that doesn't, reconnect some neural pathways in your brain, maybe you'll remember some of the drama that happened last year where some celebrities wrote character letters to the judge going over how great of a guy Danny Masterson is to try and help with some lenient
I remember that.
sentencing for him. He's got a great smile. Well, he never raped me. Come on, have a heart. What are you doing? Have you seen That 70's Show? What an actor. And some of those celebrities include Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, who were glazing him like a donut. And then once all this information came out, they then released an apology video trying to, reduce the shrapnel they were getting hit with all the backlash from it. Not to just go off on that tangent, but that is still an infuriating thing that happened. Anyway, though, Emily Armstrong comes into the picture because she was called out by Cedric Bixler Zavala, who brought to light the fact that she is a Scientology member who showed up to the Danny Masterson early hearing as part of a group, basically as like an intimidation tactic. It certainly isn't the best thing to be learning about this new vocalist who's replacing a beloved singer. And it's left fans very upset. I'm not going to dive too deep into everything that's come out about all of that. However, Emily Armstrong responded with a post about it where she said that she misjudged Danny Masterson. She, regrets doing that and doesn't support it. However, she didn't utter a peep about Scientology. That word was like Voldemort to her, which is really weird because it's not like that wasn't related, because that was kind of the whole reason that she was there, apparently. So I don't know why she wouldn't talk about that at all. I'm just kidding, pulling your leg. I know exactly why she wouldn't mention Scientology. Because she's probably afraid to, fearing for her fucking life if she pisses off the Scientologists. That's kind of the whole situation in a nutshell. It's by no means a thorough dive into all of it. I highly encourage all of you to read more from Cedric Bixler-Zavala about this situation and more information around it. And there's been a lot of good coverage on all of it. I just kind of wanted to give you like the bare bones breakdown of it. And I also kind of want to give you my perspective on Linkin Park moving forward with a new singer, even if it wasn't Emily Armstrong. I really do think it is fine for Linkin Park to continue as a band. I know a lot of people have said they should have like changed their name or something. I disagree. I don't think there's anything wrong with carrying on the legacy of Linkin Park as a group. I think that is a totally understandable thing to do, especially if they all still have passion for the project. And I think everyone, including them, knows you can never replace Chester Bennington. And I think them hiring Emily Armstrong to do that is them understanding that it's an impossible task to replace a talent like that, a soul like that. So Emily Armstrong being their vocalist is very much not a Chester Bennington, impressionist or anything. She sounds completely different. During their live performance, like, she sounded fine. There were some moments where her like voice would crack and sometimes it sounded a bit like karaoke, but overall
They should have got Avril Lavigne.
she did a good job with the songs as a singer. I did not like the single at all. That's just not my style of music that I really vibe with. That didn't have me wiggling my finger and salivating for the album to drop, unfortunately. And it's no secret, I didn't really like any of Linkin Park's albums after Minutes to Midnight. But even still, I've always had like an appreciation of the band. I think there was a time when I was like in college where I was really upset that the music they were putting out wasn't the music I was used to. But I've come to understand now, since I'm 30 years old, that you're just not going to be doing the same thing forever, and it's silly to expect that. So them changing their style so much over the years makes a lot of sense to me. It's just not a style that personally resonated with my taste, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also wanted to mention that I completely understand why Linkin Park wouldn't want a clone of Chester to replace him and move forward with this group. There is a group called Hybrid Theory, and they are a tribute band to Linkin Park. And their lead singer, his name is Ivo Rosario. There are times where he sounds almost indistinguishable from Chester Bennington. He is about as close as I think anyone could ever come to sounding like Chester. Even if someone gathered all the Dragon Balls and made a wish to just have Chester's voice, I still don't think it would sound the same. I think Ivo Rosario is as close to that as a mortal can possibly get. His screams are pretty much one-to-one sometimes. He has the raspiness and the grit to his clean vocals that only Chester could really do. Like, even when he was doing Given Up, which has Chester's longest continuous scream, Ivo matched not only the same tone of the scream, but also the same duration. He's an extraordinarily talented vocalist who sounds about as close to Chester as my two nuts are to the shaft of my cock. Like, it is close. And he also kind of looks like Chester. And I definitely don't think he should have been the replacement for Chester in Linkin Park. I, under no circumstances, think that would have been the right decision. I saw a lot of people flood Hybrid Theory's comment section saying, "How dare they choose Emily over Ivo? This makes no sense. Look at how close he sounds to Chester. He even looks like Chester's doppelganger. It looks like they were separated at birth. They're clones." I just don't think it would be a good idea. Just picture this. You lose your best friend in the world, and then a little while later, you find someone that looks and sounds just like them. I don't think you'd be like, "Oh, my new best friend. Perfect."
What's my opinion? I don't know. I'm not gonna listen to it either way, so I don't really care. I don't really care what they do. But yeah, I don't think I would have gotten the guy that sounds just like him, because that would be just kind of weird. But I used to listen to Linkin Park a lot back in the day. But I mean, everyone did. But I think they should just get Avril Lavigne to I think they should just get Avril Lavigne to be the lead singer, because she's like nostalgic like Linkin Park is. But also she's popular, so no one would have a problem with it. A lot of bands have done that. That is true. Yeah, I don't really care what they do. I'm not gonna listen to it either way, so
Perfect. I needed someone to come in here and fill these shoes. Like, it'd be extremely weird for the band, I would think, and it'd be extremely weird for fans, I would
But what's up, bro?
think. It certainly would be for me if I heard Linkin Park have a vocalist that sounds exactly like Chester. I think it'd almost be disrespectful in my eyes. So I do think them going for a different sounding vocalist for a different direction was the right call. I'm just not convinced Emily Armstrong was the right choice to fulfill that role. You know, I think you could have got a better quarterback. I feel like if the band knew all of the Scientology stuff, they probably wouldn't be super thrilled about that either, especially given everything that they've gone through. I'm not going to be, putting thoughts in their head, putting poop in their butt or anything. I don't know them personally. I'm sounding very parasocial here. But from everything I've ever learned about them, it feels like a lot of what I've learned about Emily Armstrong would be very much not something they'd be super happy about. And I don't think that she's the best.
Who is that? Like, what has she done? Is she just a musician? I guess I'm not gonna find out, because everything is gonna be about the Linkin Park thing. Does she have like an IMDb or something? Let's see. So she was in a music video. She was in The Grudge, apparently. Late Night with Seth Meyers. Okay. I still don't know who it is, but that's fine.
Possible vocalist they could have gotten or anything either. But anyway, what I do think is that Ivo Rosario and the Hybrid Theory tribute band is a really, really fucking fun group that is touring. And it's a group I really want to see. I never got to see Linkin Park live, and it's something that I really regret. A huge missed opportunity. I was really considering going to Revolution when it came to the swamp down here, but I got really nervous and cold feet
Yeah, what up, Speed?
about being around a lot of other people, so I ended up just pussying out and not going, and I never got to see them perform live. But seeing Hybrid Theory perform live will probably be about as close as I can ever get to experiencing a fraction of what an OG Linkin Park concert must have been like. And I think that's super cool. I am really happy that Hybrid Theory is such a talented group that does all of these tracks justice. And hopefully they'll come around the area at some point so I can go to one of those concerts. But I do not think Ivo Rosario would have been the right call to replace Chester Bennington in Linkin Park. I think it just would have been a little weird for the legacy of Linkin Park and Chester. Anyway, though, that's really about it. So, yeah.
I didn't even know it was Friday the 13th. Isn't that like... What does that mean? Oh. Like, I've watched all these movies. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. That's funny. Whenever I get base 90s, I'm probably going to try to get 92 Slayer and then kill a Raxor. Maybe. I don't actually... I take that back. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I bought the Bofa. So I'm probably going to do something with that. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a while before I get base 90s though. Construction won't be hard. Agility's going to suck. Farming will be easy. Prayer, I'm going to have to run in the wilderness a lot. So that'll be fun.
Well, guys, here we are at, if you can believe it or not, a World War II museum. And we're going to take a look around. We actually have a lot of things to take a look at, not just World War II, a number of different wars. And with us here is Ed, who's going to be showing us around for the show.
Have you ever played Call of Duty?
Okay.
I played some of the.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever played Call of Duty? Agility is 82. I was honestly just going to wait until Barlamore Part 2 came out, and then I was going to do the new agility training method. But I don't know whenever that's coming out. So.
The early ones.
Oh, that's
so
sick.
I
Cool.
didn't want to tell you the reason why we're actually here until we were live. The reason why we're actually here is because he thought that World War II was in the 1800s. So we thought that it'd be good to just kind of get an idea of kind of what's been going on for past.
What's been going on in history? We're teaching tech dog.
Maybe
yeah, it's an
100 years.
educational field trip.
Yeah.
Is that crazy
Sure.
to think? I feel like 1800 is pretty reasonable.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That dude was so honest. He said, no.
He's just being nice. You can
Yeah.
tell.
It's not reasonable. 1836 is the Battle of the Alamo. You didn't even have Texas as a state then.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. I had no idea.
Remember the Alamo?
I do remember the Alamo.
Yeah, you went to school here. So
I did.
Everybody learned that.
I've been there, but that man, you know, it just kind of blends all together.
Okay.
You know,
Yes, Texas is still fighting for its independence in the early 18s. So
how'd they get it?
the bloody way.
No, actually, I'm so hungry. I think I'm going to stop streaming for just a minute. I'm going to go fix some food, and then I'll be back on in just a little bit. But thank you for stopping by, Limit Zulu. Thank you for talking and asking questions and everything. And thanks, man. All right, I'll see you guys in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna eat some food. I think I'm gonna make some coffee too. And I hope everyone has a good 30 minutes without me. I see. Yo, thank you so much.